Hello, my name is Ron Wright. I'm a loop technician in the Bremerton maintenance area. I'm here to show you how you can save money on repair visits. But first, I'd like you to meet some of the people who work in the Bremerton maintenance area. Some of these people you may have talked to on the phone, and others you may have seen on repair visits. This is Carl Wellborn. He is one of our repairmen in the Port Orchard area. In order to work on aerial telephone lines, it is necessary to have special equipment, such as climbing hooks, which Carl is strapping on now, and a safety belt, which carries his test gear. It is important that he check the condition of the pole for any possible hazards before he ascends. Our telephone lines may be either aerial, as you see here, or buried. Here is Steve Dickerson doing some maintenance work at one of our buried pedestals. This is Gary Johnson, a construction splicer. He is one of the people that splice in new telephone cables. This is the Colby Central Office, which is where dial tone originates for the 871 exchange. And here is Dan Stone, the switchman for the Colby office. We are now in the Bremerton Maintenance Center. This is where your lines are tested after you have called in a trouble report. It also serves as a dispatch center. These are some of the people that serve the area from Silverdale north to Port Angeles. Here we have a maintenance administrator testing a line on one of our computers. This is Gene Moore, one of our supervisors. Maureen Lingo is running in wires for a new service order on the Bremerton frame. This is Jerry Davidson, switching supervisor at the Master Control Board of the Bremerton Central Office. This office provides dial tone and switching of calls in the Bremerton area. Now that we've seen some of our people in action, let's see how a phone call is completed. It all starts when you pick up your phone to dial. Our central office sends you dial tone. As you dial, the dial pulses race from your phone through the inside wires out to the drop, which goes out to the pole where it is connected to the terminal. It then charges through our cable to get back to the office. This cable can be either buried or aerial, as we see here. It then goes down the pole and into a manhole where it runs underground into our central office. It then comes up in the vault and is then distributed into the switching equipment. The switching equipment will send the call out to the person you are trying to reach. It then goes back into the vault, back underground, out of the central office, into the manhole, and then back up a pole. It runs out on the cable, to the terminal, down the drop to the house, where it goes into a box called a protector, which is like a fuse box. From there, it is connected to an inside wire, which is connected up to your jack. It then goes down your cord to the telephone, which causes the ringing, and your call is then answered. Of course, there are many things that can cause problems with your telephone service. Extreme weather conditions, such as wind, rain, lightning, and such, can cause many problems. Also, animals, such as dogs, cats, rats, goats, and others, can seriously chew or maim the wiring. Also, construction digging of any kind can cause major outages, but not all outages are in the city. In rural as well as city areas, you can have things such as vandalism, damage from automobile accidents, as well as other things. In 1984, the government broke up the Bell system. They called this divestiture. All of the telephones that were once ours became the responsibility of AT&T, while we at Pacific Northwest Bell were responsible for sending you dial tone and maintaining the jacks and wiring. If something went wrong with your telephone set and we came to your house, we would bill you a $25 service charge to isolate your problem, and then you would have to send your telephone back to the manufacturer for repair. On January 7, 1987, the Washington Utilities and Transportation Commission ruled that we were no longer responsible for maintenance of inside wire and jacks, which means that you, the customer, are now responsible for your own jacks and inside wire. We can repair them, but we must do it at a rate of $35 for the first 15 minutes and $14 for every additional 15 minutes. If we only isolate the trouble for you, the fee is $25. This is where we can show you how to save money on repair visits. P&B is being allowed to offer a wire maintenance plan called Linebacker. For 50 cents a month, you will receive unlimited visits by our technicians to repair your inside wire and jacks, and isolate trouble if necessary to your telephone set, at no extra charge at any time, as long as your wire meets our standards. That is, no speaker wire or braided telephone wire. This braided wire looks the same as this solid copper wire on the outside, but when you strip it, you'll notice that it's made up of many fine hair-like wires twisted together. So for 50 cents a month, it is almost like having the old telephone company. A second maintenance plan is similar, but also provides a loaner telephone set for 60 days should you need one. The cost for this service is $2 a month and is called Linebacker Plus. After you place your order, there is a 15-day waiting period before it takes effect, so sign up soon. Also, you'll want to place your order before March 31st, 1987, because after this date, there is a one-time $15 service charge for signing up. Here's Rich Escamilla to show us how to troubleshoot if you have phone problems. If you have a newer home or have had one of our technicians visit you recently, you may have one of these boxes on the side of your house. This is called an SNI. Simply unscrew the lid, and inside you'll notice a plug, just like the one on the end of your telephone cord. All of your inside wire is attached to this plug. Unplug the cord and plug in a working telephone. If your telephone works, then the problem is either in your inside wire, jacks, or telephone sets. To determine which wire is bad, unscrew the connections. And pull the wires clear. Choose one inside wire and reattach all 4 of its conductors. If you'd like one of these boxes installed, you can call our business office and we will place one for a fee. If we are on a repair visit and your existing protector needs replaced, our technician will install one at no charge. Now that the wires are connected, go into your house and check all of your jacks. If all the phones still have no dial tone, repeat this procedure using the other wires instead. Once you've determined which wire is at fault, simply set it aside and close the box, making sure you secure the lid tightly. If you have any questions about how the telephone industry has changed, you can call Let's Talk 1-800-555-5000, or if you'd like to order Linebacker or Linebacker Plus, call 373-4468, toll free. Remember, Linebacker is 50 cents a month with unlimited service calls, and Linebacker Plus at $2 a month also provides for a loaner telephone set for 60 days. Call soon. After March 31, 1987, there is a $15 sign-up fee.